Happy Fablecraft Friday. My name's David from Riftweaver.
And I'm Claire, the lead writer.
Awesome. And today we are going to share something special and new that Claire's been working on. But before that, just a little bit of housekeeping. So we are getting ready to do our big matchmaking release, and that's going to be going out sometime next week, hopefully early next week. And next Friday, I'm going to do another matchmaking video with one of the developers to show you all the cool new features and how for you to find your next game or host your next game right away. But for today, let's go back over to Claire. And Claire, what have you been working on?
Well, I have been working on a brand new adventure, Heist Society, and I am so excited to tell you a little bit about it. Yes, welcome to the town of Rockhaven. This is the location that you will start in Heist Society. The party have found themselves here for one reason or another. But when they're here, they're going to do some shopping, look around the town. They might run into somebody. They might have a chance meeting. But ultimately, they're going to get given a job. They're going to get given a task that requires a particular set of skills. They're going to be tasked with performing the ultimate heist.
Awesome. And I, as someone obviously been following Fablecraft very closely, but I'm super excited that we finally got this piece of art into the game. Like, this is, to me, like we're finally getting to explore the Highlands in a way that we haven't really had a chance to do yet. And, you know, like, I'm going to be like zooming in a little bit. Like, I love the architecture for this town, like seeing how it's been incorporated into this cliffside. And I think one other thing that stands out to me that I'm a big fan of, I love this little dude on a glider up here. It's such a cool little touch. Is there any other parts about this particular art that like kind of stands out to you?
Yeah, I mean, same. We were super excited to get into the Highlands. All of our other adventures have kind of focused on different areas of the world. And finally, we make it to our mountainous region with these amazing floating mountain peaks and bustling markets just like this one. I think the really interesting thing about the Highlands is that the towns and villages are carved directly into the mountainside. So what you see in this image is really just scratching the surface. Like, this is the entrance to potentially huge, sprawling bazaars and towns that exist within the body of the mountain. And yes, we did add a glider at the top up there. Mithans haven't quite mastered air travel, but given that Highlanders are so adept at climbing and scaling these incredible peaks, we wanted to give them a cool, fun way to get back down quickly if the situation demands it.
And where are we now?
Well, as you know, we love to give our mages a challenge. And so we didn't want to just do a heist in some ground level bank or something. No, we wanted to make this super difficult. So the mages are tasked with robbing a very powerful businessman called Lord Torren Highvale. He is one of the wealthiest men, if not the wealthiest man in Mythos, and this is his home, Cloudhave Peak, located atop a floating mountain peak. So yeah, it's pretty impressive digs, I would say. Wouldn't mind living here. Awesome.
And as this sort of like band of I guess Robin Hood type folks, like the heroes are playing, like coming in, they're going to steal all this great stuff. How did you set up the adventure? Like what I guess what do the players have to sort of get them prepared for this heist?
Well, they've been hired by a man called Oros, and Oros is sort of deals in goods and information. He's very well connected, and he's been able to get some sketched maps of the inside of Cloudhave Keep. And he has a vague idea of the things that the mages need to do to access the vault, that there is ultimately their final destination at Cloudhave Keep. And so the mages have sketched maps which give them an idea of where to go, and some extra intel from Oros that I'm not going to share because it's too much spoilers at this point. But yeah, we can look at these maps now. So there's 3 areas to Cloudhaven Keep. There's High Vale's living quarters, parties held in the Great Hall. Everything beyond that's going to be off limits to guests. Obviously, the party are going to find a way to get back there. So you can see that some of the rooms they know about, they can see there's a music room, kitchen, but that back area, it's a total mystery, but they will need to get something from that rear area of High Vale's private quarters without ideally being caught.
Awesome. I mean, so we're looking at one of these sketches right now. So we see the Great Hall, we see the music room and the kitchen, which, by the way, this art is awesome. And what, like, okay, is the players, can they just go like in any direction? Like, what's going on?
Well, the really cool thing will be that players can totally move freely. It's going to be a fully sandbox style of play rather than being kind of linear in any way. So we're so excited to do an adventure like this. And what you're seeing on the map here is not necessarily all that's in these rooms, right? So this whole area is going to be on a fully interactive battle map, really huge interactive battle map. And the players can decide which direction they want to go. There's going to be doors and passages linking to the other 2 areas of Cloudhaven Keep. The only obstacle, of course, is going to be locked doors, guards, maybe a trap or 2, maybe some secrets here and there. So ultimately, as with any TTRPG, it's all up to the dice. But as far as their will is concerned, they can go wherever they set their heart to going. Just depends if the dice give them permission to go there or not.
Love it. And so I know we're trying to keep some things hidden for the actual adventure. We're trying to keep this a little bit spoiler free, but let's take a quick look at the garden area as well. What do you want to say about this section?
Yeah, the garden, like any fancy manor house or mansion has to have like beautiful manicured gardens. And High Vale's got a lot of things going on. He's up to a lot of things that sort of lends itself to really interesting areas of like the gardens, and there's a basement area as well. So you enter into these beautiful walled gardens, and all the intel that you have at this point is that you know that guards come into the gardens before they go down to the vault. You don't know why. So you just kind of know that there's probably something there that you need. So you can get into the gardens a few different ways, and you can get out of the garden a few different ways, but there's things in this garden that are really great. There are things in this garden that are really deadly. There are secrets aplenty. There is so much to explore and such different experiences to be had depending on which way you go. And even though the party only has one specific task they need to complete in the garden, they may find that they're rewarded if they explore all of the areas of the space.
Awesome. Is there anything else you want to say about any of the art we've looked at so far, or any other last little tidbits you want to leave for folks before our next Fablecraft Friday?
There is so much that I want to share, but I also just feel like this is plenty. I think that the huge thing to take away from this is these sketched maps were actually sketched from the final battle maps that we're using in the game, which are in glorious Technicolor as you're used to seeing. They're so beautiful, they're so rich and detailed, and having this interactive battle map to move through, you just really feel like you're there. We're playtesting it at the moment, and it's so much fun. It's really great to just see what captures the players' imaginations as they explore. And then we also do still have supporting scene artwork, which is as beautiful as it always is, to really help you feel immersed and to give you an idea of what you're seeing as you explore Cloudhaven Keep.
Wonderful. Well, let's leave it there for now. And I'm so excited for people to get their hands on this adventure. We're going to be doing some external playtests in the near future. So if you're part of our Discord community, those are the folks that will be a part of that. You can see a link to the Discord in the graphic below. And yeah, so thanks so much and happy Fablecraft Friday.